Here's what's coming up on today's show. It's a new pizza joint in Boyle Heights that has, it has amazing sides and wings as well. We're talking to the chef and owner of Brooklyn Avenue Pizza Company. Plus, it's citrus season, so I'm making a light and tasty shrimp salad featuring oranges and grapefruits, and then I'm cooking up a delicious and nutritious meatballs for Levi. The Chef Mario Cristerna has cooked all over the world, but this Boyle Heights native hit a career high when he got to come back and open up a restaurant in his old neighborhood, the one he grew up in. Let's get a taste of Brooklyn Avenue Pizza Co. Hey, Chef.
How we doing, Jessica?
I'm good, how are you? Look at you. It's like LA is your oyster behind you. Look at that.
Welcome to the city of Los Angeles.
Gorgeous. So you're on top of the restaurant right now in Boyle Heights.
Yes, I am. Top of the restaurant on the rooftop. And since I'm so low and I'm socially distanced and I'm safe, we're gonna take off this mask.
There we can see your face.
Expressions.
I know, isn't that nice? You're so right. Okay, talk to me about what it's been like. You opened a restaurant, and it's so interesting that I've talked to people, a lot of people that have opened restaurants in 2020. And you just would think that's just such a crazy time. But you guys opened late 2020, November, right?
And we opened, and it's been amazing. It's been great. You know, thanks to the community, we've been rocking and rolling, and it's just been very warms my heart.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're born and raised in Boyle Heights, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To now open a restaurant in your hometown, in your neighborhood, what's that like for you?
Oh, it's a dream come true.
Yeah?
You know, it's like, I remember, you know, playing kickball with my friends, you know, running around and, you know, playing baseball and everything, and to finally, you know, have all these dreams of culinary and all of this and get to be able to come back home and do it in the neighborhood that I grew up in is just, I still pinch myself every day when I walk into this.
I mean, it's like a full circle moment, right? If you know, because.
Yes, absolutely.
So where did you go, where have you been in the last several years? Did you leave LA? Did you go explore other things?
Yes. So I went to culinary school.
Yeah.
And then after culinary school, I wound up going to Europe, working for Martin Berasategui in Barcelona. It was the first restaurant to achieve the 3 Michelin star.
Okay.
And came back, worked in Pasadena, worked in Mediterranean restaurants, and started the catering company, and just kept building my dreams and aspirations of becoming an entrepreneur in becoming a restaurateur, because I was an entrepreneur before I was a restaurateur. And finally opened up my first restaurant that I owned and operated in downtown Los Angeles, and dreamt of coming back home, and here I am now.
And here you
back to where it all started. Full circle.
That's right. And so now we know Brooklyn Avenue is not having anything to do with Brooklyn, New York. It has to do with the street that's familiar to you growing up.
Well, yes. So being born and raised here, you know, I believe in preserving our history. Yeah. You know, it's important to preserve our history, because history tells us where we've been at, where we are at, and where we are going. Right here where we are on Cesar Chavez Avenue, one of my heroes, back in the days, this was called Brooklyn Avenue.
Yeah.
And so that's why I named the pizzeria Brooklyn Avenue Pizza Company. And in this space where we're at, it used to be the home of the Jewish Bakers Union. And there was a large population of our Jewish brothers and sisters here. And to honor and celebrate and pay tribute, here we are.
I have 2 beautiful pies in front of me. And what made you decide to do pizza? I know you have other things on the menu, but is this the main staple?
Well, what made me think about doing pizza was, I believe in honoring the space that was here before us.
Yeah.
And there was bread that was being done here. There was bakers that were here. So here we're making pizzas. We make our own dough. We make our own sauces. We make our own sausages. We make most of our products in-house.
Yeah.
We also do wings, because I'm a chicken wing lover. I am like a chicken wing junkie, if you can say. I also love papas, you know, potatoes.
Yes.
So we cut our potatoes here in-house. We make all of our sauces in-house.
Chef, I told you my husband came over here and ate half the box.
Yeah, check that out.
And he also took a piece of pizza, so he couldn't resist. It looks so good. But talk me through the pizza. So I have one here that looks like a veggie. It looks like there's even beet slices on here.
So let's talk about the veggie pizza.
Yeah.
So my wife, that comes from she's Indian American, okay? And she's a vegan. And my daughter, she's 4.5, well, she's gonna be 5 years old in February.
Okay.
And she's a vegetarian out of choice, right?
Wow.
And so I'm all about respecting and each other's, our diet restrictions, right?
Sure.
And being married to a vegan and being a father vegetarian, I've grown to really love my veggies.
Yeah.
And so here, we make an amazing veggie pizza, but we roast all of our veggies in-house. We make our pesto in-house, and it is like the ultimate veggie pizza.
Okay, chef, I have to make an admission because whenever I order pizza, okay, I love pepperoni, but my second favorite is always veggie, and I'm usually disappointed. By roasting the veggies, this is killer. This is so good.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't put raw veggies because the water content that comes out. And so here we roast them, we caramelize them, we just give them lots and lots of love.
And then you talked about the wings. You've got the wings with the Cheetos.
So we got the Cheeto wings. So the Cheeto wings are very nostalgic to me. I grew up here in Boyle Heights, and I love flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Like I love them.
Yeah.
And I love dipping them in some of that cheese sauce. It just reminds me of my childhood. It's so nostalgic because nostalgia has the power to trigger the part of the brain that gives you a memory that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And also the story of Flaming Hot Cheetos, Richard Montañez, who created the Flaming Hot Cheetos, was a janitor.
Yes.
And now he is an executive and an author. His story has so inspired me that it's more than just Cheetos to me. It's flavor, it's love, it's passion, it's si se puede, it's yes we can, it's we can do it. It's just, oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps, Jessica.
I have never heard
goosebumps.
a more passionate speech about Cheetos, flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, let's virtually cheers, yes?
Cheers! Clink.
Ah!
Chef Mario's passion for life and for cooking is inspiring. He's just the best. Ari is still talking about how good those garlic Parmesan papas are. And my favorite was the roasted veggie pizza. So good. Coming up, I'm making some meatballs for Levi, and I'm being a little bit sneaky with what I put in there. I'll tell you about them. And then I'm showing you how to make a yogurt parfait that I whip up in no time when I'm in the mood for a little something sweet. But first, I'm making my shrimp salad with citrus fruits. I love citrus this time of year. It's so delicious and refreshing. That's coming up next. I have to say, Ari introduced me to fennel. I never really cooked with it before him, and now I use it in so many meals, and he loves it too. Aw, thanks, my sweet. I make a shrimp, citrus, and fennel salad. Take a look. This time of year, citrus is so good, my favorite, the pink grapefruit. But then you try to think about how to use citrus when it comes to making dinner. And I made this salad. It's very light and kind of fresh, and normally flavors I wouldn't maybe put together. But I made it last year and I really liked it. So now I thought, let me add some shrimp to it and make it an actual meal. So to start with my fennel. And I became a fan of fennel last couple of years. My husband loves it. I never ate it, used it, cooked with it until recently. And it has kind of an anise licoricey flavor, which I know at first might freak some people out, but it's so refreshing and so crunchy and good in a salad. So this little doohickey here helps you slice things really thin. And I'm gonna try to get my fennel shaved. And if you don't have that, that's okay. You just thinly slice your fennel. Fennel done. This is the base of our salad. To that, I'm gonna add some citrus. And what I'm gonna do is start with my pink grapefruit, which are so beautiful and juicy. And I'm gonna cut all the rind off. So you need a sharp knife, and I'm gonna cut thin, pretty slices, like that, as thin as you can get them. I'm gonna throw them into the bowl. I love this pink color. I think it's gonna be so pretty with the fennel. And do the orange. Same situation, you're gonna cut it along the skin to reveal the flesh. And this kind of a salad I really wouldn't make when citrus is out of season. In the winter is when it's good, and that's when this is gonna work the best. Now time for a little purple onion, red onion. It's gonna make me cry, and red onion's very strong. I use it very sparingly. And Ari does not like raw red onion at all. So I'm gonna just put a little bit in here because he's actually home for lunch today. So he'll benefit from me cooking today. He's gonna have this for lunch. Just a few, he can pick them out. Some avocado, a nice, ripe avocado. And these colors I think are so pretty. Now to our shrimp. This is pretty much done, but I've got my cast iron skillet heating up back here. I have wild Gulf shrimp, shell on. These were frozen, so I just ran them under some water. All you gotta do, olive oil, and because I'm on the citrus theme, I have some pink salt. So I'm gonna hit it with some pink salt, some cracked pepper, and that's it. Put them in, dry skillet, until they're pink and they're done. On to our dressing while our shrimp cooks. So, tablespoon of Dijon, red wine vinegar, a couple of shakes. Ooh, I need an orange. Fresh orange juice. So whisk that together. Olive oil. And then you just keep mixing until it emulsifies. Some salt, pepper. Ah, not black pepper, I forgot. I have pink peppercorns. You just get these in the spice aisle, and they're different than black peppercorns. They're fruitier. Take your rolling pin. I'm gonna add these to our dressing. Stir that up. We are good to go. To our shrimp, right as they're about to be done, I'm gonna add just a clove of garlic. Okay, garlic goes in. Shrimp is done. Now I'm gonna dress our fennel and our avocado, our citrus. I'm gonna put it all in there. And then just be gentle because you don't wanna mush up the avocado. You wanna keep it as pretty as you can. And just gently toss. I think this dish actually would probably even be better if you let it sit at room temperature for a little bit and let everything become friends in here. I'm gonna get it onto a platter. Some fresh dill on top, and then place your shrimp around your salad. Look at that. That looks so pretty. And then, you think I think I am. I'm gonna get my pistachios. Last little bit on top. Salad is done. Hi. So I made this little salad. You usually don't like fruit and, you know, savory things mixed together.
I like things separate.
I know. So this might throw you for a loop, but you know what else would have been good in this? Green olives.
And I can really taste the pink peppercorn. The dressings are really good. I think you should bottle all your dressing.
I like it.
Very fresh.
Very
Fresh
light.
and fruity.
Well, I think this was a hit.
Minus the onions that don't like me. Great.
I knew he wouldn't like the red onion. Oh well, note for self for next time. But I'm telling you, the salad, so good with that juicy citrus fruit. Perfect for this time of year. Coming up, I'm making meatballs for Levi, and I may be hiding some veggies in there. And we'll see if he likes it, of course. And then I'm showing you how to make a yogurt parfait that satisfies my sweet tooth. That's coming up next. I love a good meatball recipe, especially when you can add some veggies to make it a little bit more nutritious. But will Levi approve of this green addition? Let's see. You guys know that it can be hard to get kids to eat vegetables. I mean, adults for that matter. And Levi used to be really great about not being picky. Well, those days are over. He now is very picky. So one thing I can pretty much always get him to eat is either cheeseburgers, which can't really have cheeseburgers every day, or some kind of like a meatball. And I thought, all right, let me work on a meatball where I can hide some veggies in there, and he won't know. So I'm grating a zucchini. Zucchini's done. Don't have to drain it or anything. This will add a lot of moisture to the meatball. I've got a bag of spinach. I'm gonna do a pretty small chop on that. Spinach going in. A little onion. I'm gonna just do a small amount of onion and cut it really small. Okay, onion in. So to that, we'll add our white meat ground chicken. This is probably around a pound, maybe a little less. Let's add our spices. Ground coriander, 2 tablespoons-ish of that. Cumin, same thing, 1, 2. And some smoked paprika, about 2 tablespoons of all of those spices. Some garlic, 2 cloves of garlic going in. Oh, we do need some salt, a fat pinch of salt. I also like the idea of maybe some sesame seeds in there. 1 egg. Also, I think this will add a little different kind of a flavor to it, fresh mint. Not too much, a few leaves of fresh mint. Mint going in. Let me just get this stirred around, see how much we need. To that, Japanese breadcrumbs, panko, love. You could use regular breadcrumbs, but these are a little flakier and crunchier. 1/2 cup to 1 cup. Heat up a skillet with some grapeseed oil, olive oil, and these meatballs. Want to get them brown on all sides. These are nice and crispy and browned. I'm going to just pop them in the oven. Keep them warm and also make sure they're cooked all the way through. While those stay warm in the oven, I'm gonna make a sauce that I wanna serve with them, a dipping sauce. And this is labneh. I'm gonna add some mint leaves and some fresh dill just because I happen to have it. So I'm gonna make like an herby dipping sauce. Let's chop our herbs pretty fine. Herbs going in. Some lemon. Stir up our sauce. Some salt, touch of garlic, and that's it. Now we wait for Levi to get back for lunch. He's here.
I heard you talking to him.
You heard me talking to Brian?
Yeah.
Hi. Well, come here. Let's taste the meatball. Let's pick this one. It's hot. Hear it?
Don't put it on my ear.
And then I made you a sour cream
I touched it.
sauce.
It's so hot.
Here, I'll give you a little sauce.
Is there broccoli in there?
No.
Dip it.
Yum. Dip it.
Is it really hot?
Little bite. Little. Good?
Good, yeah. Nick saved them for tonight.
No, there's no broccoli in there, but I'm glad you liked them. If you want the recipe, you can follow us on Instagram. And now to a delicious snack when you're craving something a little sweet. Here's how I make my mango yogurt parfait. You know how sometimes you want a little kind of sweet treat, but you don't want anything too heavy or too bad for you? And this is one of those things, sometimes when I have a hankering for something, I make this. Although, I'm kicking it up a notch, if you will. So in here, I always have a bag of frozen fruit in the freezer. So whether it's berries or mango, this happens to be mango. And all I did is pour some mango into a pot, make sure it gets kind of soft and gooey. This took maybe 5 minutes. You could even put a little water in there to help it along. And I'm gonna make a yogurt parfait. And I know you're thinking, well, that's not that exciting. I get it, but it's also the perfect thing to have for breakfast, and also the perfect thing if you do want that little sweet something, you know, after dinner, before you go to bed, whatever it is. So in here, we'll put the mango. I'm also gonna squeeze in some fresh orange juice. And really what I'm doing, you know how when you buy yogurt and it has that kind of fruit jelly in there? We're making our own. Better for you, it's less sugar. I haven't put any sugar in here. We might have to do just a touch of water. Okay, there you go, you have a mango puree. So here's what we're gonna do. I buy plain Greek yogurt, and I'll just do a little building. I also do this when, back in the good old days when we'd have maybe people over for brunch. Mango puree going in, some toasted coconut, any kind of nut you like. I'm gonna do pistachios, cashews, macadamia nuts would be delicious. Another layer, some more mango puree, some more, what I do, coconut, pistachios, and then let me do a little more yogurt. I happen to have dried mango, which we always have in our cabinet as a little snack, and I wonder if it's too hard to chop up. Just to give it a little texture, I'm gonna add some dried mango. Ta-da! You've got yourself a healthy, pretty little snack. I started without you guys. You know what I love? That it's not too sweet, but if you want it more sweet, you could just add any sweetener to the mango. But I kind of like it that it's a little sweet, a little sour. And so many things going on, from the crunchy coconut to the pistachios. That parfait is perfect when you have just that little sweet tooth. That does it for us. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Levi's Rocket. What is this?
It's the Saturn V rocket.
This is the Saturn V rocket. Come here. Does Mommy always knock those pieces off? It's amazing.
I got it in Christmas.
Okay, let's see who's taller. I'm gonna put it right next to you.
I love you, people. Bye.
Okay, that's cute.